अंतर्जातीय गणमाध्यम बीबीसी को भारतर तीव्र विरोध। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी उपरे बीबीसी डॉक्यूमेंटरी को कड़ा शब्द रे निंदा। अवसर प्राप्त कूटनीतिज्ञ विचारपति और सेना अधिकारी माने बीबीसी को निंदा करिसेंती। अंतर्जातीय प्रसंग रे बीबीसी हस्तक्षेप करने को उद्यम करुछि। भारत ब्रिटेन संपर्क को ध्वंस करने को उद्यम करुछि बोली कहिसेंती पूर्वतन राष्ट्रदूत। मोदी उपरे बीबीसी प्रकाश करथिबा सीरीज डॉक्यूमेंटर ट्विटर यूट्यूब फिल्म को भारत सरकार बंद कर दैछंती। इंडिया द मोदी क्वेश्चन नारे डॉक्यूमेंट प्रकाश करथिला बीबीसी। 2002 गुजरात दंगा को नहीं डॉक्यूमेंट प्रस्तुत करथिबा बीबीसी मोदी चेहरा रे दाग लगाइबा को उद्यम करथिला। यार यूट्यूब और ट्विटर लिंक को बंद कर दैछंती सरकार।
When the documentary was aired, it was then deliberately put on YouTube so that as many Indians as possible can see it on YouTube. It was then removed from YouTube 24 hours later. It does not respect India's democratic institutions, the fact that it was discussed repeatedly in Parliament, the fact that it went to the Supreme Court, the fact that it was exonerated in the Supreme Court. BBC does not understand that when you have a high commissioner or an embassy accredited in a sovereign country, you are not there to investigate the internal affairs of the country to which you are accredited. You are supposed to be doing your best to move trade, bilateral relations, etc. In fact, the Brits are right now negotiating an FTA with us, which they desperately require after Brexit.
There has been great anger and I would say even disbelief at the kind of a documentary that BBC has put out in London, and they're going to have a second part, they say. And the anger and the disbelief is because they're trying to talk about Prime Minister Modi in a negative context, linking it to the incidents that took place in Gujarat in 2002. But there is no factual reporting in the BBC documentary at all. They keep talking about allegedly this and reportedly that. And above all, they have ignored completely the decisions of the Indian judiciary. The other British members of parliament have completely criticized BBC. Formal letters have gone from British members of parliament to the Director General of the BBC saying, how have you made such a documentary by ignoring all the facts?
This documentary of BBC, which claims to examine the tensions, so-called tensions between Hindus and Muslims in India, and in that context talks about the so-called controversial policies of Prime Minister Modi, is not only prejudiced, it is biased. Talked about the Gujarat riots of 2002, which followed the train burning incident in Godhra. Report to Supreme Court, which has given its verdict, and it has clearly held, very clearly it has held that Prime Minister Modi or the Gujarat government was not involved. So once the Supreme Court has come out with that, now BBC taking up these same issues seems motivated. What is their intention? It is, for anyone to guess.